Question G requires us to state the bearing of the lookout in area reference 0109 from the bridge in area reference 9807. Ideally, when you're using bearings, you would use a protractor to locate the bearing. However, today I'm just going to show you how to estimate the bearing. The first thing we need to do is find our 2 points that we're going to be measuring between. So if we have a look at our map, our first area reference is 0109. With an area reference, we're looking for a whole square on the map, so rather than as an individual point on the map. So whenever we're finding area reference or grid reference, we always walk the path first until we get to the point that we're looking at, which is 01. We always look ahead when we walk along a path. So we're looking at that column there between 01 and 02. Our next job is to climb the tree. So we climb the tree until we get to our point, which is 09. And we always look ahead when we climb the tree. So we're going from 09 to 10. So we draw a line from our horizontal reference and our vertical reference. And we see that we are required to look at the lookout, which is located somewhere in this square. Now here it is here, the lookout, it's just there. So that's our first point. Our second point is area reference 9807. So again, we walk along the path until we get to our point, which is 98. We always look ahead when we walk along the path, so we're looking at the column between 98 and 99. Then we climb the tree until we get to our next point, which is 07. And we always look ahead when we climb trees. So we're looking at the row between 07 and 08. We then draw a line from our horizontal reference and our vertical reference. And where the two lines intercept is the area that we need to focus on. So the question has asked us to identify a bridge in this area. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger so that we can see. If we have a look at that square, you can see that there is a road, a main road, that goes over a creek, and when it goes over the creek, there is a bridge. So that's the bridge that we're looking at. Once we've identified the 2 points, we want to work out which one is from and to. So it says state the bearing of the lookout from the bridge. So if we go back to our map, what we do is we identify our from point. Our from point is the bridge. So I am going to put a cross through our from point. So our from point is here. Now, when you are working with bearings, you need to imagine a circle. A circle has 360 degrees in it. So 360, that's a dodgy 3, but you catch my drift. 360 degrees in it. So if you imagine a circle, half a circle then, if we go around half a circle is going to have 180. Again, that's a dodgy 8, 180 degrees. A quarter of a circle is going to have 90 degrees. Half of that is going to be 45. Halfway between 180 and 90 is going to be 75. Halfway between 180 and 360 is going to be 270. Halfway between 270 and 180 is going to be 225. Halfway between 360 and 270 is going to be 315. So what we need to do now is we need to draw a line from our from point to our to point. So I might use a different colour. I'll use blue to draw this line. You would try and do it as neatly and as straight as possible. And there is our line, our from point to our to point. So if you can imagine, this is our 360 circle. Here is 45 degrees, here is 90 degrees. So it's going to be slightly more than 45 degrees. I'd put that, and so halfway between 90 and 45 is going to be about 67. So let's say here is 67. So I would be putting that at about 55 degrees. Now, what you would do obviously is use your protractor to get an exact bearing, but this gives you a rough idea of what the bearing is, so that if you're in an exam situation and it's multiple choice and all of the questions are quite different, you can use this method to get a rough idea of what the bearing would be. Also, if you have used your protractor, you could use this method just to double check that your measurement is correct.